What is going on, everyone? Give a thought back here today for another No Man's Sky discussion video. And today I want to examine the question of whether or not the No Man's Sky developer Hello Games and Sean Murray will answer for the lies about No Man's Sky. And I've been wanting to make this video for a while, but I think the time is right now, because it's been out for long enough and there has been plenty of time for them to have a public statement about the game, and yet all our cries for an explanation of what went wrong with this game have been ignored. So I just wanted to look at a few of the lies and then go into why I think they haven't answered to them yet. So without further ado, let's get into this. To begin, I would like to go through a few of the lies that can be found on onemanslie.info. It's a website created in honor of a Reddit user who went through every single lie that could be found about No Man's Sky and made a post about it. But the post was taken down, so another person created this website in his honor to give him credit for all his due diligence. So really quick, I just wanted to go through a few of them because all I've really talked about before is the multiplayer component and how it was cut. So I'm just going to read them off in list form, starting with 1. Landing on asteroids, 2. Faction alliances, 3. Ringed planets, 4. Flying between star systems manually without the warp drive, 5. Different classes of ships. I know you can buy bigger ones, but they're still the same basic ships. 6. Naming your ships. And 7. Random walker sentinels. You only ever see those little probes flying around, not the big walkers. You have to attract those. So I just wanted to read that list to give you an overall picture of how much stuff was lied about in the game, because we don't really know if it is actually cut content. Because of the NeoGAF user that I made a video about a while back didn't find anything like this in the files when he data mined the game. So obviously that was a short list and there are plenty more, and I urge you to go visit the website, which I will leave a link for in the description. And once you do, feel free to come back here and comment on stuff that I didn't mention. I love discussing these things in the comments, as you guys can probably tell. But moving on to address the question of this video, why haven't they made a statement about this yet? It looks like the No Man's Sky developer Hello Games would at least want to defend themselves against these accusations. And it doesn't really make sense that they haven't come out on top of this yet. I've mentioned this before, but they have hired a PR team that is bigger than the Hello Games development team. And just that fact alone makes you wonder why they haven't made a statement yet. The team could really get out in front of this and make it not seem so dire, but yet here we are without any answers to our questions. So I think the answer of the question, why haven't they made a statement yet, comes down to 2 options. One, which is the one I don't want, and I really hope is not the case, is that if they did make a statement, it would be admitting guilt, which would set them up for a lawsuit. And they are a small studio, and I don't think they could handle that. I know Sony was their publisher, but that was it. They only published the physical copies of the PS4 game. Everything else was handled by this small studio. But I do think if Sean Murray or the PR team came out and made a statement about these lies, it would in fact be admitting guilt, and that would be a bad thing for the company. Maybe even worse than the situation they are already in. But the second reason, and the one I hope is the case, is that the originally promised content is coming. And it's coming either in the form of paid DLC or free patches. This is what I want, and I think it's what everyone wants. Everyone who bought this game at launch bought it with the expectation of all the things that Sean Murray said in those interviews. And who can blame them? I know a lot of people said don't believe the hype, but why wouldn't you believe the lead creative director on the game? I know I did, and I know a lot of people did, and I know that's why all the hate exists out there for it. But I think maybe we should give it a little bit more patience, because I think good things are to come from this game. Sure, it has moved out of my regular rotation of games now, after almost 3 weeks of constant play, but it does not mean that I am not awaiting future updates and patches. I want to see what this game can turn into, if it turns into anything at all. And I think that's the attitude that everyone should have about this game. Hello Games is made up of 15 people, and the fact that they made something like this in its base state is pretty remarkable. So let's just wait and see what this game has in store for us in the future, even if it is paid DLC, which was another lie. So dear viewers, why do you think Hello Games have yet to make a statement about this? And do you think we'll see any of this promised content come in the form of DLC or patches? Let me know down in the comments. But I think that's where I'm going to end today's video. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe because tomorrow I'm putting out a new video all about The Last Guardian. And if you're interested in that game, please smash that subscribe button so that you have a leg up on receiving that content. And also, if you enjoyed today's No Man's Sky discussion video, why not check out yesterday's video? It was all about how some players are now getting refunds for No Man's Sky in the face of company policies. Companies like Sony and Steam. So it's pretty interesting, so all you have to do is click on that video annotation to go check that out. And as always, everything I've mentioned has corresponding links down in the description. But I think that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, give thought to everything.